friends. Well, today I'm going to show you a project I've completed, and what it is that I've replaced the costly Lagun table mount. Now, if you're familiar with this Lagun table mount, it's like this kind of aluminum arm that allows you to turn your table any which way. It's about $400. I'm not sure if that's US or Canadian. But I figured I'm going to try to make my own and see if it will be successful. Now, I've got to give full props to the YouTube channel Exploring Alternatives. I got the idea from their channel, and I'm pretty sure they got it from somewhere else. I've seen this design in a couple different places. So here is the tabletop. Sanded, and I'm going to polyurethane it, but I think I'm going to stain it first, a brown color, because I don't want it to get stained, pun intended. Here we have the table with one coat of stain. This is, let's see here, let's spill it here. Dark walnut varathane, shown on red oak, but of course this is pine. See, this is the same stuff, but I didn't wipe it off as well, so it's a lot darker. I read the instructions on the can. It said if you want a light stain, wipe off excess. So that's what I did. Looks okay. I think it looks okay. It's not like spectacular, but it'll do just fine. Okay, this is the other part of the table. This is 1/2 inch in diameter, pipe, galvanized. So we have female end, male end. From here to here is 10 inches. Then we have female end, and then here to the floor is 30 inches. So that's the pipe, and it'll just move around like so. There's these little PVC pipe things. I was looking for one long piece that went right to the floor, but they didn't have it in 3/4. So these are little, I don't know what this is, sprinkler pieces. They're like 2 inches from here to here. And I got one on the bottom, and it's, pardon my dirty floor, it's work in progress. But the little plastic piece is what came on the pipe that's threaded, and I want it there because it'll protect the floor from getting scratched when this turns. This is the other part. This is a 1/2 inch, as you can see, the hole here. And this will be attached to the bottom of the table, and you just screw it on. Just like that. Getting old. Anyway, it goes on like that. It's not a perfect thing. I'm not going to be taking it on and off because my idea is I'll be able to just like keep the table lengthwise against this wall, and then when my kids come over, we can swing it out and I can sit over here and we can play cards and Monopoly or whatever we do. That is the plan. And it's a lot cheaper than those Lagun table mount things, those aluminum ones that are like $400. I don't know if that's US or Canadian, but they're fairly expensive. And I thought, you know what, I'll try this first. This piece here is like $6 or $7. This one's like $5. This one's like $4. Each one of these small ones is like $3 or $4. So It's really not that much money, and I would be willing to risk it. And here is the tabletop drawing. This is oil varnish, no, not varnish, stain. It's an oil stain, so it's quite smelly. So it's going to stay up here to dry overnight because I don't want to smell it in the back of the van. Dinner tonight: Indian Bombay potatoes. Chickpeas and potatoes, slow cooked. Only thing is, medium has me freaked out. I don't do spicy food. Corn medley, Southwest style, red peppers, corn, and kidney beans. That's going to go in it. And my rice is boiling. So I guess I'll let that keep cooking for a while. It started it that long ago. So as you can see here, we have the bottom of the table. Got a piece of plywood here. X marks a spot for the center. And yeah, no sense staining the bottom. No one's going to see it. Okay, time to put this little circle piece back on here, folks. These are 1-inch screws. I was gonna glue this piece onto here, but I don't know if it's necessary. It's not really supposed to be a huge amount of weight on the table. Not meant for that kind of thing. It's not like you're gonna be eating Thanksgiving dinner on it. So here is the top of the table. That's like 4 coats of polyurethane. And I only sanded the first coat. I'm highly paranoid about sanding through because I got a couple light spots like in this edge. I'm not really thrilled with that. But I'm gonna get some 400 grit sandpaper and sand this a little bit more. It's not terrible, but it's not as smooth as glass. But you know, as long as you can play cards on it without the cards getting stuck and stuff, it should be okay. So now, let's see if I can get this thing on here. Here we go. Look at that. Now the tricky part is you gotta make sure that your table is not going to hit the wood. Okay, so I can get in here, I can move the table, turn it around like this, sit over here, sit down, put the table where it needs to be, and then I can sit right there. And then my kids will sit over here, and we can play cards, board game, whatever. And then at the end of the day, one concern I had was I don't want the table too close to the heater because that's not a good combination. So now I need to do is loosen this slightly and then move it over here. Next concern, I'm going to build a rectangular box right here so that wire system is going to be in the way. So it's going to be sticking out a bit. So I have to see what happens with all that. There's so many moving pieces in a van build, you know. So that's the way she goes. I don't really like this. I'm going to have to sand that a little bit. But overall, that's a finished project. I think it turned out pretty well. I'm considering painting the arm down here black. This whole thing is going to be painted black, so I'll probably paint it black, but I'm going to have to sand it a bit first so that the paint sticks. And, of course, if there's ever an occasion where I want to have the table out of here, I just take it off. And I can take this whole thing apart. So that is the plan. And of course I can take this pipe out too. Everything is removable. I am not going to remove it that often. I'm just going to keep it in place unless I have a real reason to. I don't really see the point in removing it because I can just stick it to the side. That you're hearing right now is the SkyTrain. The spot I'm in is right close to the SkyTrain, but I'm not bothered. It's not around any residences. Goes back on. This actually works a lot better than I thought it was going to. Ooh, don't get hypnotized. And for today, you got to get this just in the right little screw. The thread's got to be aligned just precisely to put it to the side. But it's pretty much going to live here. Maybe since I'm not using my heater these days, I can put it over here for now. But when my heater is being used, I will have to put it on the other direction. Alright guys, well there you have it. Custom made, do it yourself Lagun table version for those of us who, I won't say penny pinchers. I'm not going to say cheapskates. I'm going to say financially astute, financially not wanting to spend $400 on something you can build for 20. I'm going to go with that. Thanks for watching and be well, my friends.